Yeah. Hello, 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 everybody.
Hey guys.
My brain had a delayed opening. Like you guys said hey, and I completely missed the memo.
I can see that, yes. So, we are here to do a spoiler review of the movie
Spoiler alert! Click
Ram.
away.
If you haven't seen the movie,
RRR. RRR, we are making a review of.
isn't it Rise, Run, and Revolt? Is it?
Rise, Revolt, and Revenge. Okay, but now we're back to the
Okay.
original.
Yeah.
And it starts. And I did it again. Okay, so it starts Ram Charan as Rama Raju.
Guys, I would like to advise you. In our notes, his name is Ram. Now I know that's his name in like his in real life, but in the movie that we watch, they
Yeah.
call him Ram
The whole time. So probably was a mistake on the translation.
But
Yeah.
it's
must-
been
Yeah.
Ram.
So then we have N.T. Rama Rao Jr. who played Kamaran Beam. Then we have Aliyah
Bats. Wait.
Bahat. And Sita Ajay Devin, which is Rama Raju, his dad.
Yeah.
Olivia Morris, which is who's
Jenny.
Jennifer. Jenny. Yeah, oh my God,
Don't
yes.
call
My
me
name
Memsub.
is
Don't
Jenny.
call me Memsub. Just call me Jenny.
Ray Stevenson, who's Scott.
I don't like you.
Alison Doody, who's Lady Scott.
Don't like you.
And Shreya Saran, who plays Sarojini. So,
You know when an actor is just like their acting is so good.
that makes you hate them? Yes.
Leonardo DiCaprio. The way he acts, I can't. The way he acts, I can't. Like you look at him and you're like, what?
Yeah. So, guys, this movie, we're doing a spoiler alert. A spoiler alert.
I
Uh,
said that
Cameron.
already.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Again, spoiler alert. This is a spoiler review of RRR, Rise, Revolt, and Revenge.
Something we should have known right off the bat, but we didn't.
No, that's edited out. What are you talking about? That's not going to be in the review. What are you talking about? This might be in the bloopers. Okay.
Okay, let's talk about the movie.
You start.
Cinematography.
No, wait. She has notes from the beginning.
Yeah, no, okay.
So do
in my
I.
notes,
Uh-huh.
I have that in the beginning of the movie, they showed both of their
Camera.
Introduction.
they showed both of their backstory kind of and introduced the characters. Now Ram was fire. He's a policeman. He ran into an army of people to get this one guy. Now I thought this man was crazy. I thought this man was just out of his mind.
I thought he was gonna die.
Me too.
Yes.
Me too.
No, because the way they were just like, okay, so he's like, running. He jumps out of nowhere. Boom. All you see is all these people just like, and I'm like, yeah,
yeah, yeah. He just dropped to the floor and then he goes,
fallen soldier.
"Wada!" And he starts hitting people back and forth and he gets back up again. I did not understand that.
Dude, the way he broke these people's fingers,
Ouch.
Yeah.
dude, I was like,
He was like, I don't play.
No.
I do
one
not
guy intimidated a whole army of people.
Now, you know it's bad when your leader is scared of you. You know it's bad when your leader's scared of you.
See, that was one of the things that was very intriguing because at the beginning, you see his actions, but you don't see his motives.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you're like, okay, so what is going on? And that caught me from the get-go because they're doing the whole, the story, and you forgot at the beginning, the beginning story was when they took the girl.
Yeah.
Right. I put that after that.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
guys.
So when they took the girl from the village.
Basically, so
Go ahead.
when they took
That made
that
me so
girl
mad.
from the village, mind you, her voice,
Oh
my
my
God.
God.
like,
She could
wow.
Oh
sing.
my
She could
God,
sing,
she's
sing.
She could
So-
sing. She could sing. Anyways. So, she's out here doing henna on Lady Scott, and everybody's just looking at her like, oh my God,
You're so like you sing so pretty.
you're singing so pretty.
Yeah.
Boom. They buy the girl.
Yeah. Lady
They-
Scott
they,
was
they
just
like,
like.
they throw the money.
Lady
and
Scott
I'm
was
just like,
just like, I want this one. I want this one.
and-
Like it's in the store.
but that's
yeah, I was like, no, literally, I was so mad because I was like, She's not a doll. What are you doing?
And then, like, dude, and they were so oblivious at they thought they were giving the money because she sang so pretty. No.
Yeah, that she sang.
No.
She gave her a henna.
Well, it was also the fact that the translation. I mean, the barrier, the language barrier, because this movie is done
based off
based off the beginnings of the
the
English,
British
the British
colonizing.
not colonizing,
like
taking over, because there's a
Yeah.
difference. They want to.
they were like, this is like they stepped foot into India and like, this is my country now. You guys do what I say. I'm your
yeah,
leader.
like that made no sense.
Right.
No
But that's real life. That's what happened.
history.
That's history. That's
I know.
history. That's what happened in the U.S. That's what happened in India. That's what happened in Dominican Republic. That's what happened in the Caribbean. The word colonize comes from Christopher Columbus. Okay, so that they come from the New World and doing all this crazy stuff. And this time, the British also did that in China as well. But I believe it was Taiwan or Hong Kong that got there in the no Hong Kong. I'm sorry.
Hong
That-
Kong
yeah.
is its own independent.
Right. So
place.
Oh,
they bought it for like 100 years.
fun fact. I did not know this before, but I learned this in my history class. Apparently, you know how British is like known for their tea?
Mm-hmm.
It came from China first.
Yeah.
So they bought their tea from China. But I was mind blown. I was like, I never knew this.
This is a side note.
But
Because
now you know.
I knew like, they were like, I want to take over, right? But I know the tea came from China. So I was just like in disbelief. I was like, I feel like I've been lied to my whole life. It was like, yeah, we own tea. It's ours.
Yeah.
No one else's.
Well,
No.
that's the whole point of this, and the whole point of this movie, also, it has to do a lot with the power of the people.
Yeah.
And
Oh, a lot.
how can you motivate the masses, and how would you rather die to
Mind
protect
you-
your own?
Mind you, everything in this movie is motivated by someone singing.
Oh, okay. I see.
How
yeah,
it
I
is,
see what you're trying to
it
say.
takes one person to sing a song just to like catch everyone's like attention and like,
Well, it's the action itself, because they want. Go ahead
Like
and
if you-
continue,
like
because
if you
now
pay
you're
attention.
jumping to the middle of the
Yeah.
movie.
Wait,
Okay.
Yeah.
the
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
climax?
Yeah.
Not to the middle.
Anyways, so
Middle.
next thing I have. Oh, water.
Beam.
Beam.
This man
This man is
Off
drop
the
dead crazy
chain.
as well. I just thought it was Ram, but I feel like Ram is low-key more crazy. But Beam is over here fighting with tigers like it's nothing.
No,
Like
not
what?
even fighting. He's being
He's
chased.
capturing.
No, he's being chased by a wolf first.
Yeah.
Mind you, him and his homeboys, they thought they were gonna come back home with a wolf. No, nah, baby. No, you came home with a tiger.
Yep.
Un tigre. Un tigre.
Yeah. And
Tiger.
so I'm like, okay. Seemed like he got it. Then he got scratched by the tiger. I was cringing a bit. I was like, oh my God. I felt like I can't even imagine. Don't even get me started. I would cry, go home. I would I would give up at that point.
This is what happens when you do a review without previously knowing the notes that they're gonna have, because they just go off.
Yeah.
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 But because then that's how I wanted to do the review. I wanted to have their take on it, what captured their eyes. So the story of this is amazing, in the sense. Go ahead.
Wait, after your thing.
No, go ahead.
No,
Go ahead.
I said after your thing.
Okay, so
Because it's after what she said. So after your
yeah,
thing.
go ahead.
After your thing.
Okay, so
Beep.
5 hours later. Okay, so the story of it is amazing and fantastical, because what this village does in order to go and get one of their own, and the explanation that the representative gave about this village and about this person, and he's a shepherd, so one of his sheep is out, therefore he's going to
Look for his sheep.
yes.
That's what I was
No
just
matter-
gonna say.
Yeah.
ahead.
You basically.
That's why I say go first.
Oh, but
Yeah.
anyways, yeah. So they buy the little girl. I don't know why would they do that. Like what? Like no
Because
tienen
that-
corazón. They don't have a heart. at this point.
because that's slavery. That's what slavery is.
Yes, but like,
They were treating the Indian up so par. Like one of the things that impacted me the most at the beginning was in a great introduction to the villain character of Ray Stevenson Scott is he,
oh,
he undervalue the life of a person is less valuable than a bullet.
so you're
He did this whole explanation.
the whole explanation of an English bullet,
Oh.
and you're supposedly gonna waste it on yo, the racism in this movie.
No,
it,
mind you, like he said this to an Indian person himself, like
Right.
to an Indian soldier.
Right.
So
That-
I sat there in disbelief. I'm like, I don't understand how some people have controlled that anger. I would get so mad. I would
no,
start
because
crying.
listen, the way when once we heard those words come out of his mouth,
We
I
all
don't.
went,
No, we were like, we all looked at each other like,
But that has to do a lot with oppression. This is the thing.
damn.
Right now, we live in a country that we have freedom of speech, but there's still people that believe they're above others.
yeah.
Yeah.
So in this time that the movie is being portrayed, this is the time where the British Empire is taking over India. Okay, so at this moment, they're looking at the the owners of the land, the Indian community. They're looking at subpar, less than human.
Mm.
So at that moment, it's the same thing that happened in the Dominican Republic. It's the same thing that happened in the U.S. with the slavery.
Yeah.
They made all these misconceptions of the whole thing. So in this particular case, they had that. You see how the treatment was. That's why Jenny. That's why Jenny was one a really
She's
relief
she-
because
yeah.
she treated people as equal, and that's the whole point.
She didn't care like what their social class were. She
Right.
would always treat someone the same way she
Right.
wants to be treated. That's
Yeah.
What's
that's-
next on your notes?
The next thing on my list is that so after the general was the general, right, that went in to tell him about the sheep, the shepherd and the sheep.
Yeah,
we're missing one important part
Uh-huh.
when they whacked the mom in the head with the stick.
Yeah,
Oh,
that
we-
was the
we-
whole explanation about the bullet. Yeah.
But we didn't even get into the like,
What happened?
yeah, what really happened. It's a
Okay.
spoiler review. Dude,
I thought they killed her.
they grabbed that stick. Yo, it's like,
So after he said like, oh, like that her life is not worth a bullet, he grabbed the stick.
he dropped the gun and like,
Mind you, this is like a trunk of a tree. Like it was a thick, heavy stick. It wasn't like a palito. And waxed her in the head with it. I literally thought she died. That's
Yeah.
how hard she was hit. I was,
Yeah.
I couldn't.
dude.
This movie is very graphic too.
Yeah.
It's very graphic on the violence
Very.
and the misogynistic and narcissist.
Narcissism.
Yeah.
Narcissism? Is that
Yeah.
a thing?
Yeah.
Is that a word?
Yeah.
Yes.
it is.
Okay.
So
Just
it's
making
very
sure.
it's very explicit on the misogynistic part and the narcissism to from the British towards the native, in this case, the Indian community.
Yeah.
Now, when the explanation came about, a shepherd looks for his sheep, everything that Beam was doing was capturing these animals, and we didn't know what was the
Like,
what was gonna be.
his motive?
Like
Yeah.
I did not see that coming.
Like, in all honesty, my first thought when he catched the tiger was, he's gonna kill it.
No.
Like, that was my first thought. I'm like, they're out in the wild. Like, you gotta eat something, right?
Right.
So my first thought was like, he's gonna kill it to eat it.
Right.
we were proven wrong.
Then
Yeah.
we were deeply wronged. But
Yeah.
we'll get into that later.
What's next on your-
Next part.
I put
is-
that after the general comes, the British general was like, not the British general, I'm sorry. Lady Scott told all the soldiers, whoever could catch this guy
will be
will be
promoted.
promoted on the spot.
Okay, but before that,
Before
because that's the introduction of Ram,
the guy
Roger.
what's the Jackson, right? Jackson. So he got to the point where he understood that, oh, we're being threatened by a guy who lives
In the woods.
in the woods. Like, what is he gonna do? And that's where Lady Scott comes into hand, and that's where everyone is just like, oh, where's the file? And he's like, oh,
We got nothing on him.
there's nothing on him. You can't like.
There you go. Yeah, but
Now
remember,
we could jump into it.
no, but before, after Raju Fire did everything that he did, fighting all
Oh.
the people, even then he didn't get promoted to a special officer, and that's why he was very disheartened about the whole situation. Now, when this situation happens, that's when Lady Scott says,
Yeah, you'll
You know.
be promoted into
"Right, correct."
So he put his
special officer.
big boots on
Mhm.
and he said, "I'm gonna get this guy."
Period.
Period.
This is the part where I was so conflicted because he's looking for the guy. He can't find the guy. They find each other without knowing the motives of each one, saving this kid from the train
Yeah.
wreck.
So
Oh my
Like,
God! A
Alright.
horse and a bike, and and a,
a rope
and a rope and a flag,
and a kid.
dude.
I don't know how they did it.
But before that happens, so like before they even meet each other,
Um,
Beam's brother,
Yeah,
Beam's
went
brother
up to the
was
guy
introduced to Ram.
because Ram said, "What if we just kill Scott?"
Yeah, because
So-
he pretended. Long story short, he pretended to be a rebel.
One of them. No, he pretended to be like not an officer. He
A
pretended to.
rebel.
Guys, before we continue, Raju
Is
was
Ram.
an officer who's became an officer because he was a rebel. Then he had to pretend to be a rebel while being an officer,
Yeah.
with by not
Which was
to
not a great
to
idea.
not blow his cover
Yup.
because he couldn't let people know what his plan was. His
But
plan
then-
was not because of one person. His plan was because of the whole country, the whole village. But he was so into his mission,
into being promoted.
no,
Special.
into his mission, that he couldn't let anyone know what was going on except his uncle.
Mm.
So it's like pretending 3 times.
Yeah.
And
So-
when these guys become friends, I'm crying inside because I know what's coming.
Dude,
Yeah.
that shattered me inside.
Nah,
It
literally,
killed me.
when we saw them become friends,
I was
we
like,
were- I almost started crying. I was like, no.
it's not gonna
No,
happen.
I'm done.
Like, it's gonna happen, but like, damn. So, all right.
The cinematography on this movie.
So that wait, before we get into cinematography, let's get into once he's like, actually gonna get more information based off what's his name again? The guy's brother? Not Beam's brother.
Yeah, so long story
So-
short, Beam's brother's just like, oh, like you could do this with my brother. No, he's like,
me a second. Damn.
Go ahead.
Anyways.
Go ahead.
So
you're gonna say the same thing I just said.
Probably.
but like still so they go and then they ask for identification ID. So Raju gives his ID to one of the officers, and then to like make it a quick one so they won't suspect anything. Mans was smart, but then what the problem
They
was
gave him
the
this
problem was like,
He went like this,
and that's when he knew. He was like, damn,
and he
this
dipped.
man set me up.
He ran.
He ran for dear life. When I tell you this man could run, this man could
I was
run.
tired for him.
No, that's not the thing. No running shoes, no nothing. Chancletas. Pure slides made out of I don't know what, but man's could run.
Yeah, he could run. He was hard.
Yeah, after
Dude,
he met up with Beam.
my feet would like give up on me in the first 2 minutes.
After he met up with Beam, then the whole situation with the train happened.
And then the
they
kid.
were like, they talked to each other with hand movements. He was like, I got you.
Yeah.
And then he went, tie the rope around you.
He was like, no. He was like, tie the rope around your waist.
Not even words. It was like this.
And then he did like the little. And he did the little
And then he
circle.
went-
Yeah. And then the flag part. That was genius. Cause I'm like, how do you
Nah,
know?
literally,
Why do you have the flag? That was
yeah,
my
no,
thing.
my
And
first
then
thought was
when I
like,
saw the fire, I was like, dude, they even thought about the fire. That was awesome.
yeah, I was like, what?
I'm like, how do you think about the future? You know what's gonna happen before it actually happening. It's like, damn.
Yeah, but for real, this movie, the cinematography on this movie is insane. It's really high quality,
Yes.
and it's fantastical.
The
Like
camera
the,
shots.
like for instance, Beam is the Indian equivalent to the Hulk.
Yeah,
Like this dude is
no
just,
question.
This dude is
No,
insane.
Marvel
He's-
wants to cast it like
oh my God, the dance.
The
Wait, we're not
wait,
there yet.
whoa.
You're like 5 steps ahead.
Okay.
That's when and then they start climbing on top of all these people. I'm like,
Oh yeah.
Okay,
that's
but
after they save the kid.
after they save the kid, they become like besties or whatever.
Yeah.
I literally put in quotations. This is what I said. The bond between them gets so pure, yet both of them do not know they're soon to be the enemy.
That is very good.
I know. I'm a poet, you know.
So then you know what killed me? Like, once they save the kid and they're like bonding together, Beam introduces Ram into his family.
Yeah.
Dude.
I was like,
He
no.
introduced him to his mom, his
Yeah.
But I was confused on that part because I was like, hold up. Is he going to recognize the brother? Because there's a point in time where he's looking for the brother and they have no idea.
Right.
but the brother wasn't there.
Yeah. They told him to hide the whole
Oh.
They
I
told him
got
to hide
you,
the
I
whole
got
time,
you.
yeah.
But then
To keep his cover.
after like all that little that little segment of like them being happy,
All
then they
sunshines
saw
and
the
rainbows.
woman. They saw the woman, Miss Jenny, up in this place.
Yeah, because one of them forgot their ID, so he looks at them like with fear, and
Yeah.
then here comes the whack and the whack, and then
yeah, this guy
that's
was
when
gonna hit
Jenny.
him.
That's when Jenny comes in. She's like, you're not about to do this, so cut it out.
Yeah, I
and
really
leave him go.
appreciate Jenny because Jenny was just like, you're really gonna hit him for no reason. Like,
Like, what was the reason?
she snatched some sense into his brain,
Like,
even though he's probably still gonna do it.
but like, still, it made him stop.
I want to fight him so bad.
And then that's what impacted Beam. Like, who was like, wow, she really
She's
like.
kind-hearted.
Like, she
Yeah.
stood up for one of us, knowing that they're both different, like, social classes.
Right.
Yeah, so this is where the best part of the movie comes in. So Ram sees that he likes this girl, right? So Ram got his back, right? And was like,
Whatever.
I got you.
He took,
I got
he
you.
Took a
He
hand-
took a handful of
Nails.
nails and
dropped
threw them on the floor.
and then
She ran over them and all her tires popped, right? And Beam
he was
is a
mad.
mechanic, okay, guys? Okay.
He's confused.
He's a mechanic. He's like, what just happened? Are you a magician? And he was like, nah, I just threw some nails on the floor. Go help her out. And he was like, man, I love you. Like, I got you.
No, you're missing the best part. He's like, he's talking because Ram is the translator basically,
Yeah.
and Beam is just saying stuff like no, and he's like no, not yes. You can see it. No, it's gonna
He's
take
like,
4
no,
days.
no.
It's gonna take about 30 minutes. No, it's gonna
He's
take
like-
like 4 days
No, he's
to
like-
fix your car.
he's like, no, because that's when he's like explaining. He's like, okay, but that's the thing. He didn't really like understand. It's like he would read her lips, but
Right.
he didn't like understand.
Right.
There was
Like,
some words.
It moves like with the quiet plates. Enunciate.
Enunciate. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
he would read her lips, but like you try.
He
Don't
didn't
call me
understand the
Memsad.
language, you know?
Don't call me Mems.
Don't. Yeah, that was so funny.
He goes
Because
like,
men-
your
her
name is so long.
It's like no. And then he goes and tells Ram. He's like, dude, that's not her name. Her name. He's like, he's telling
Just
him.
Jenny.
It's like it's just Jenny.
But he memorized it. That's what I loved about it. Like,
don't
don't
call me
Mensa.
Memsab.
It's just Jenny.
With the head movement too, it's like, don't call me Memsab, just call me Jenny.
That was awesome.
No, but
That was so wholesome.
I love Ram in that moment because he was just like, nah, he gonna give you a ride. It's okay. And then she was just like, whoop-de-doo-doo, let's go.
So she goes, and she's finding clothes for like a little girl.
Did we say that this was a spoiler review?
Yes,
Yeah, okay.
we did. Oh, plenty of times. We made that sure. We made sure of that. So, she's in the market or whatever. She's buying clothes for a little girl. So he's confused. He's like, "Oh, so who's this for?" And then she's like explaining, "Oh, it's for a little girl that we have in our like home or whatever."
And then his first thought was boom.
boom. What's her name?
Like,
Molly.
Molly. Okay.
There we go.
I thought it was yeah, the other one.
Molly.
It's Molly.
So and then big brother instincts. He makes a bracelet.
I don't know how homeboy made a bracelet in 5 minutes.
Well, he did.
but he did that.
He was just like, "Can I borrow this real quick?"
Boom. Make something, but he writes a message
Yeah, for Molly.
for Molly. So once like she makes she goes home or whatever, she gives the bracelet to her, and then it was like it caught her so off guard because she didn't expect that she hugs Jenny.
I almost cried. I was like, "Oh my God, this poor girl. I can't."
She's out here suffering.
And there comes the invitation to the party.
Hold on, I'm reading my list. Give me a second. You are wrong, sir. That's not what happens.
That's when
Before
when he
Is-
dropped her off after the whole thing. That's when
No.
she
No, but
invites him.
Because
he went to
soldiers-
her house first.
soldiers.
Yeah, you talking about the party first. I'm talking about the house situation where he went, cause they get to have tea, or whatever, and he ran to find Molly.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, and it, my
Soldiers
heart broke.
came to pick her
My
up.
heart broke
Oh my god, yeah.
because she started crying. She was just like, "Please
But
don't
like
leave me here."
it was bad. Like
Yeah.
She was like, "I just
he
want
was
to go
like
home."
he was like, "You have to be quiet because if not, they're gonna find
Yeah.
us." Because they were.
Oh, by the way, Beam looked like Jack Veneno.
Who?
Dominican wrestler.
Oh.
I'll put a picture up and you'll see. What I'm talking about. When he had like when he was well groomed.
Yeah.
Anyways, can we not like deny the fact that every single door in the house was an actual door besides hers? It was like
Yeah,
cell.
it was a cell.
Yeah.
I was like, "Are you kidding me? Like, you can't even give the girl a room?"
like you bought the child and you're out here.
Putting her in a cage like she's an animal. She's not an animal.
Yeah.
I can't.
Yeah.
Can
that
we
was
not forget about that big piece of meat that they gave the tiger?
yeah.
And we were like really confused, like what is that big piece of meat? And then boom, all we hear is a tiger, and we're like,
I didn't get that. I didn't catch that.
you didn't?
I didn't catch that.
Yeah.
I just saw him carrying like a big piece of meat, and I was just like, "Oh,
Oh,
okay,
okay.
like he's gonna take it to his friends in the jungle so they can eat."
No.
No,
Literally, my
That-
thought process.
Yeah, that was for the tigers.
that was for the
The
tiger.
tigers, the bears, and everything else that wasn't there yet.
Deers,
Yeah,
I saw deers.
everything.
Wolves.
everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. So after that,
Any animal that has 4 legs that you can
the
possibly
party. Yeah. 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 So they get invited to the party.
Well, he
by
gets
Jenny.
invited.
They both do.
Well, Ram has to be a translator, so
Well, Ram was his bestie anyways.
he was
gonna bring it
regardless.
Yeah, literally. So they went to the party, and I don't know what his name is. I forgot his name.
Damn, he's irrelevant.
What's his name?
No, he's not irrelevant.
He's not irrelevant.
He just thinks
He
he's
got
like,
he got a basic name, but I forgot.
It's
His
okay.
name is not on there, so we're just gonna call him Daniel.
Yeah.
Mr. Daniel here wants to be.
His thing is like, you
He
know,
think he's so cool.
Yeah.
He's like doing some salsa. He's
Mr.
dancing, doing some styles.
flamenco.
Yeah, he was like, "You can't dance like this," and I was like,
ha, nice
"Nah,
try.
nah, get out."
No, dude. Like,
That dance that they did, Natu, was it?
Yeah,
hold on,
I think.
cause can we not deny the fact that he went with one of Jenny's friends to the dance floor just to trip Beam on purpose?
Oh yeah. That was Daniel. Yeah.
I was like,
No, but
what
in
is
all
wrong with
honesty-
you?
In all honesty, they got it. They
Dude.
got it. He was like,
When
I'm
Ram-
better than you. Like
when-
his thought process was, I'm better with you. I'm better than you. I will always be better than you.
You can't.
Period. Because of the color of your
Top-
skin. Literally, he was just saying like because of the color of your skin.
Right.
Mind you, there's a black guy
Ha.
playing the drums, right? He's over here and he's like, hell no. Like that's what stopped. He was like, I got y'all. Ram came over. He was like, can you play this for me? He was like, I got you. Yeah. He got it. In 2 seconds, he got that. And I was
Yo.
like, That's my boy.
That's my brother. Yeah.
I was
So-
You
like,
see, they got a little excited in that part of the
No,
movie.
because that's the
yeah,
thing.
because I was like,
'Cause
put
you
him.
not.
I was like, put him in his place.
My thought process was like, you're not about to be in India thinking you can dance better than them. I don't care what anybody says.
They can dance.
They can dance
can
for
dance.
hours and hours and hours without stopping. It like their footwork is so
Oh my
complicated.
God.
Like I don't know how they do it, but like they do it. It's like it's so complicated for
The dance was Natu Natu, right?
I
yes.
think so,
Yeah.
yeah.
It was. Dude,
And they started,
and they're dancing.
and it's
They're
not even
sing-
just that.
They're dancing
They're
and
singing and dancing.
Right,
I don't
right.
think y'all know how hard it is. Well,
And
I-
they're
maybe
teaching
some
it
of
to
you guys do.
people.
To sing and dance at the same time. I sing and dance and I'm dead. And within those 3 minutes. That was like a whole
Nacho
10
Nacho.
minutes.
Yeah, Nacho Nacho. Yeah. 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 Natu Natu. Natu Natu is the song. Yeah.
So
I
them
love it.
that
I love
footwork,
it.
and then
Oh,
you
we
know-
watched the movie in Telugu. Right?
Telugu.
Yeah. But obviously with the subtitles because we don't speak
Yeah, but
Hindi or Telugu.
dude.
I loved it.
And then that's the thing. And then like all the fancy looking the guys, they were getting offended. Like why were you getting offended at the fact that you can't dance like them or what?
And then they tried,
Like
they tried
what?
to challenge them.
It was
They
dead.
tried to challenge them.
Dead.
Guys,
They fell
guys,
to the
guys,
floor.
is this a review? You know we're 33 minutes in, right?
Really?
Yeah.
I
so
mean, we're like not even midway through the movie yet. Sorry,
This is
guys.
like what is it? This is rising action right now. Like
Yeah.
everything before the climax.
Okay, we're gonna like speed through some of the stuff. Hold on.
Honestly, hold on.
So
sorry, guys. That's how we get when we watch movies.
yeah, no, okay. So after that whole dance situation, Ram,
we might have to break this video in like 3 parts.
Four.
yeah. So Ram got Beam's back, because Beam was getting a little bit tired.
So
Ron got beans back. I heard bags. The beans back.
anyway, so
Anyway,
you know,
he got his back, and Beam was getting a little bit tired. So Ram
A
was
little
like,
bit.
hold on, cause what type of hearing does this guy have? Can we not deny the fact that
Oh
he was
yeah,
cause he was out of everybody, he's the only one that hears like
Jenny.
like Jenny. He's like, being pleased, like what?
Well, no, the expression too.
Dude,
Her expression,
her
because
facial-
it became a challenge after the end, and it was only them two.
between
so
them two, like
yeah, in order to win, sometimes you lose.
And then he says something at the when he was on his back, Piggy riding him home. He was like, oh, why did it feel like when we were dancing and we were like competing each other? I was like,
little did they know
It's
they were
coming.
actually gonna compete each other.
no. Okay, so after that, it was just kind of like fluffing, kind of
Fluffing.
Like they went back. The British were talking about the guy. They don't know who he is. Blah blah
Right,
blah
right,
blah.
right.
So this is what I mean by fluffing, like extra parts.
Oh, okay.
Like
Like
that are-
like fillers.
Yeah, and then
She said fluffing.
I'm fluffing, and then Ram finds his brother.
And can't. Oh,
I was so sad. But
His
like,
name is Lasho. I
dude,
think it is.
he tortured the heck.
I think it's Lasho. His name. Yeah,
But-
Lasho.
But
Rahul
Lacho
Rama
says
Krishna.
something. Lacho says something to him that clicked in his mind,
yeah,
which is why he took the ropes off.
yeah.
No,
was like-
he took the rifle because he gave him the snake.
Literally.
Yeah.
But
He was
but
like,
at
"You're gonna
the-
die in 24 hours."
But at the same time, he says something that impacted him.
Yeah.
I forgot what it was, but I know it was something. Like it's something. Oh, damn. There's
Yeah,
so
but
much in
no.
the
That he
movie.
wouldn't understand because of the cause. But he did understand because Raju's cause was for all of India. You know,
Not
Bhim,
for himself.
Yeah, Bhim's cause was only for the girl, for the village. So they were both going for the same, but one was going for a town, the other one wanted to free the nation. So that's why the Bhim's, Raju's motive and decision. He was so determined to do this is because he had a whole nation to protect.
Yeah.
Now, after that scene, chaos happened. Now, when I say chaos happened, so Beam's brother is kind of smart, you know. He got this. He saw a snake. He was like, "Come here." He grabs a snake. Mind you, he's a crazy person. I will never grab a snake like that.
Okay.
And he just like throws it.
He grabs the snake and then he puts it to bite Ram.
Yeah.
He's like, "Son, you gonna die in 24 hours."
Like at this
No,
point,
an
it
hour.
just
An hour.
An hour?
it was an hour.
I thought it was like a day. Like
No,
he's
no.
gonna be
No.
dead, like in
No,
a day.
he said he was like, "Oh, you're gonna die in an hour
Because nobody had the
nobody could
uh,
beat that venom."
yeah.
Mm-mm.
No, not even the bridge had the medicine for that, but
Yeah.
he knew the
That his
village
brother
people
had
has
it.
it.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. And so it's just a scene where he's crawling on the floor trying to get to Beam. trying to-
dying.
yeah. And then Beam heard a noise, you know, but he's already planning on how to save the girl.
Right.
Like he told his dad, he was like, "Go over there and you need to study the doors."
For the
So-
second gate, not
yeah.
the first
Yeah,
one.
So
The
the second.
second
the
one.
castle had two gates. One, after the first one closes, they open the second one so nobody goes into the first. So, yeah, he was like, "You need to learn how to listen."
Beam saves Raju's life, and he gives him the whole
Speech.
plan
Yeah.
and how much he loves this person. You know, he's like he loves this friend so much that he gives him even the holy beads. Was it?
Yeah,
It
I
was
think so.
it wasn't beads. It was
It
like
was
Uh,
like a
it was so
variety
it
of
was
beads.
some type
the
of
the
like
holy rope.
necklace.
So let's say let's call it the holy rope. So he gives him that,
He
and he tells
trusts
her,
him
"I
with that.
would, yeah, I would die for this friendship. If I die, just mind you that you're my brother for life. If I die doing this mission,
Mind you, before he even like once he took off that necklace, like his I think it was like his friend or like somebody from the village, they were like, "That's gonna cause you a lot of problems.
yeah,
You take that necklace off, it's gonna cause you a lot of
Mm.
problems."
Yeah, but what made me like more sad and kind of in a way is like Ram is just laying there because he's paralyzed right now in the moment, and Beam is just telling him this plan. He can't even talk, nothing, and he's like trying to tell him, or like trying to catch him in a way. Like you saw a turn in his aggression so fast, even though he was paralyzed.
Yeah.
And that's was like I was just like,
And once he
"Yo."
felt better, it was just like he started beating
He had a
the
switch.
life. No, he started beating the life out of a wall, a cement wall, knuckles and everything. And I'm just like,
Wow.
no,
because he
that's
feels
a no.
no, he feels bad because he knows what he has to do in order to complete
Like
his
he has
mission.
to like.
He had to stop being in order to complete his mission.
Yeah. So
So that was the problem.
so
The amount of
the night
betrayal
of
in
the
this
party,
movie. Welcome back, Mr. Scott.
Beam.
Yeah.
Don't even get me started.
Animals,
This
bro.
man
He brought the whole
is
zoo.
a different breed.
He brought the whole zoo.
He saved animals, right?
He captured animals.
He captured
put 'em in a
animals to
cage.
save them.
To go into the
to,
party.
to use them as weapons.
Yeah, to use them as weapons.
Them animals
When
did
I
not
tell
show
you
remorse.
that was insane.
That scene,
Caught
Th-
me off guard.
that scene was insane because not only these tigers and these bears and wolves, they're gonna attack him too. So he will use his movement to attack other people while
No, 'cause that's
Unreal.
the thing. The tiger was gonna attack him again, but he was like, he had to like bend down and do some like X thing. I was like,
He was like, "No."
not me. It's them, not me.
it was insane.
Ooh.
It really was.
And then they're fighting. Okay, you remember that
Ram comes
soldier
in.
that beat the life out of him? Yo, I never seen this man so mad. He locks his sister in. Okay, whatever. And then Soldier Richard. That's his name.
Yeah,
Ugly name, like ugly name for ugly guy.
That's how you know she was mad because she remembers his name. That's how you know.
Yes. So so he's walking out here. Watch, big and bold. I'm like, yo lo estoy mirando. I'm like,
You think you all that?
watch you get the beating of your life right now. Right,
Didn't he get like?
dude.
Yeah.
Dude,
Oh.
I don't know what it was. Yo,
Oh.
he grabs something, and it's like hit on top of hit on top of hit, and it keeps on going until I don't. What animal was it?
A
Was it
deer.
a deer? Yo,
But
The egg,
a buck, the big one.
dude.
the antlers of the
The
deer went.
Yeah, I was like, damn.
Guys, hold up a second. We gotta do something. Right now is 42 minutes in, but we'll be right back because this is insane. What's happening?